So you're looking to make a move to Lake Forest in sunny Orange County, California. Well, in this video, I'm going to go over the pros, the cons, good, the bad, the beautiful, and the ugly. And there aren't a lot of them, but we talk about them. And certainly you want to stick around the end because I go over the current market conditions and why you want to buy a certain type of property. So if this is your first time at the channel, welcome. If you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, playing, owning a home in Irvine, California, and today it's Lake Forest and surrounding communities, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, click the bell for notification so we can make you aware of the next time we upload a new video on Lake Forest or Irvine, Newport Beach, Newport Coast. We have the luxury golf course community in Shady Canyon and Hidden Canyon in Irvine. We make a lot of videos. Hi, my name is Bruce Clark. I'm a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker. Been doing this for more than 17 years. And every day we get calls and we get emails and text messages from people that are looking to make a move to the area. So whether you're looking to make a move or to sell a home, the next 5 days, 50 days, or further out, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Orange County, or if you're looking to sell to another area. So let's get to the pros and cons of Lake Forest. So one of the clubs is called the Lake Forest Beach and Tennis Club. We're recording from the Lake Forest Sun and Sail Club, and behind us we have tennis courts, we have sand volleyball, there's a couple pools, there's a beautiful lake, and there's a lot of sailing you can do here. And that's a big pro because there's homes around the lake and there are people that want to live on the lake. Now in Irvine there's Woodbridge and we have Mission Viejo, but there's not a lot of cities in Orange County that have a lake. I think that's a big pro. In fact, if you're a resident in the area of the Sun and Sail, you can join the club, but it's not for everybody, and you have to live in the area. So let's talk about location. Not that far from the 5 freeway. If you live up towards Foothill Ranch, then you've got the 241. You'll probably be taking the toll roads a little more. So you've got Baker Ranch, which is off of Bake. Then you have the Meadows. You got to watch our video on the Meadows, which is new Toll Brothers development. But you've got the 241 and you have the 5. So if you live around the foothills, you're a bit far away from the 5. But it's not that big a deal for most people. But certainly we have physicians that need to be quickly, they need to get to a certain hospital. And so this takes them a bit far out. But the same thing could be said for Crystal Cove and in Newport Coast or some other communities. Certainly, maybe in Orchard Hills in Irvine. But for some, that's certainly a con. The pro is you don't have as much traffic going through. And you've got the 241, you have the 5. You've only really got 3 big streets coming into here. They can get a bit congested depending on, certainly as they build more homes, you're going to have more congestion. As it sits right now, not a big deal. What's interesting is we're smelling wood burning fireplaces, and that's one of the things you got to watch some of our driving footage. And in fact, we'll throw some up, let you see what it looks like. And there's some homes that are set back in the forest. Lake Forest used to be called El Toro. As a matter of fact, the El Toro Marine Base was here, but we smell the wood burning fireplaces, and it's very bucolic. We have some older homes. It's very it's a little certainly different than you're getting in new communities. If you're looking at Orchard Hills, you have some homes that are going back to the early 60s. So you're talking 50 and 60-year-old homes in some areas, but you get some land. And certainly that's one of the things about the older homes. A lot of single-level homes, so you can build the second story. A lot of developments out here, they don't have HOA. If it's not new, in fact, if it's not really the past 20 years, then you don't have what's called mellow roofs. Now, the Meadows development by Toll Brothers does not have mellow roofs. Baker Ranch doesn't have mellow roofs. The reason they don't is they built that into the price of the home. In Irvine, if you buy in Orchard Hills, the Great Park, then you pay a monthly fee. You pay the mellow roofs you pay, and that's thrown into your tax bill. So it could take it from a little bit over 1%. In the case of Great Park, it takes it about 1.7%. That can be a big deal. That can buy you a lot of additional home. Pricing wise, in Orange County, it's not inexpensive. The average home here is over $1 million. However, you're about 20% lower than you are in Irvine. Again, We love Irvine. We sell a lot of homes in Irvine. We've sold homes here in Lake Forest. We like Lake Forest. We like Irvine, but there are differences. One thing, schools. Schools are excellent, and this is considered one of the safest cities in the county, which makes it one of the safest cities in America. Plus, it's one of the safest cities, best cities to raise a family. A lot of outdoor activities. You have over 20 parks. As a matter of fact, you have one of the largest parks in the county, which is from the Sun and Sail Club. It's probably just a couple miles away. Big park. If you watch our map video, we go over the park. We give you a little bit more about that. But big pro, a lot of parks. There's really no con to that. A lot of the neighborhoods have their own. They have some local parks, but they're city. If you're not paying an HOA, they're maintained by the city, or they're not maintained by the HOA. There's not many guard-gated communities. For some, that's a disqualifier. Well, we've had clients that wanted a guard-gated community, or at least a gated community. You don't see many of those. You have Portola Hills, and you have some others. So there are some luxury communities. There are no gates in Baker Ranch. There are no gates in the Meadows, which is the Toll Brothers development. They're not, at least for right now. Now, potentially they're going to have some, but that's an additional cost. And certainly, if you don't have an HOA, you might not want to start up an HOA. Simply have a guard at the gate, or put gates around the community. That's a cost. A lot of people they're just not willing to pay it. And this is Orange County, so we're relatively low crime in the scheme of things. Food-wise, great food. We just had lunch at some place called M Cafe, which is Mediterranean, and got something it was sour cherry juice with basmati rice and chicken. Very interesting dish. We're not going to see smaller restaurants like that. Certainly in Irvine, you might not see many of them in Newport Beach. Newport Coast, you probably don't see any. Certainly Crystal Cove. You're going to have Javier's. You're going to have Mastro's. You're going to have those things. But a lot of mom and pop shops here in Lake Forest, we love it. We love the community feel. They have a lot of local events. I know I'm giving you a lot of pros and not a lot of cons. That's because there just aren't a lot of cons. I think that one of the cons for many people is simply the location, but it's a great feel. Like I said, right now we're smelling a wood-burning fireplace. So it's only 59 degrees. My wife's freezing. I was going to jump in the water. It's dirty. You got ducks and geese, but they sound great and it looks great, but the water's dirty. However, there is a pool and a lap pool, but we're not going to swim today. But there's just not a lot to not like about Lake Forest. There's one of the things that you'll find that some people don't like is there's commercial. There's a lot of commercial properties, a lot of commercial buildings. You have manufacturing here. You have a lot of warehouses. You've got business parks. So for some, that's not where they want to live, something to live around. Laguna Niguel, I joke about this being the anti-Laguna Niguel. Laguna Niguel has really no businesses to speak of. You certainly don't have warehouses. You don't have manufacturing. Here you have all that. So what this makes, that's a con. The flip side of that, the pro, is there's a lot of jobs. So not only there's a lot of jobs here, but you have a lot of jobs in Irvine, which you border. You've got jobs in Santa Ana. You can go the opposite way if you want, and there's a lot of jobs that way. If you're looking, you can go to Laguna Beach or some other areas. But that's a lot more retail. There's a lot of warehousing. There's a lot of manufacturing, a lot of business parks. So this is a job creation area. A lot of jobs. The mix of different property types. So you have the commercial, then you have apartments, then you have residential, the single family homes. That's not what some people want. Certainly if you go up to Orchard Hills, you've got in one side you have, if you go on the reserve side, the Grove side of Orchard Hills, you only have single family homes. You have no condos. If you go on the Grove side, as you're getting over towards, certainly if you're passing Jamboree and you get on the south side, now you start having condos. And on the flip side, you have retail and you have some other spaces. In fact, for a lot of people, that's a big deal. They want separation of the property type. For most people that are buying in Lake Forest, they understand that that's the way it is. It's not a big deal for someone buying here, but we do have some people say, hey, I only want to be around single family homes, or I want to be only around condos. So take that into consideration if you're looking at Lake Forest. Again, properties are about 20% less. You're still going to be over $1 million. There are some new homes. Newer homes are Baker Ranch. New homes are the Meadows by Toll Brothers. Watch our video. We take you through some homes. Beautiful homes. Condos, you can buy a condo. You can buy a 1-bedroom, even maybe a smallish 2-bedroom condo here for under $600,000. In Irvine, you're probably going to be mid-6s for a 2-bedroom. So again, there's about a 20% difference. I would say in the condos, you're probably 10 to 12% difference. But single-family homes, you're certainly 20%. Really good mix of properties. Property values, they've done well. It's a good income. It's a good income. It's a high income area. So as the market has shifted, Irvine was a little more immune from some other areas. Lake Forest also did well, especially single family homes, and that's something to take into consideration. We're going to do a video on that. When the market rotates, the first ones to take a hit are condos and townhouses. The last ones to recover are condos and townhouses. I hope that makes sense. But single family homes, what a lot of people want, they have yards. And so keep that in mind if you're looking at a home, that it might make sense to spend a little more to get a single family detached home because it retains its value better during the ups and downs of the market. This is January 2023. It's going to be an interesting year. And if we do see a rotation back to the 2006 to 2008 type market, then again, single family homes are going to hold their value better. And that's what I've been trying to say. And hopefully got my point across. So, it's tough to nitpick an area like Laguna Niguel or Irvine or Lake Forest or Huntington Beach, Laguna Beach. And so sometimes these pros and cons videos, I sound like a fanboy. I try not to be. I really wanted to give you my honest opinion and what I see as the good and the bad, so to speak, of these cities. But Lake Forest has so much going for it, with all the parks and with the safety, with the schools, and all the outdoor activities. There's just a lot to be said for buying here in Lake Forest. So whether you're looking to buy a home in the next 5 days, 50 days further out, give me a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Irvine, California, Lake Forest, and surrounding communities.